everybody talks about how steep you can mow, but for me, being in Morgantown, it's how steep you can power rake. My name is Brandon Myers. I'm the owner of Myers Excavation and Contracting out of Morgantown, West Virginia. Morgantown, West Virginia is definitely different than some of the rest of the country. It's very, very steep in spots. My niche is resurfacing yards mostly. I go into a yard that would otherwise be considered ugly and I'll turn it in, just make it beautiful. I've been in the landscaping and excavation contracting area for years, since 2001, but I didn't know what a Ventrac was until probably 2010 or so. Everything I had done before was with heavier equipment. There's just a lot of call for a machine that can get into terrain that is otherwise inaccessible for a skid steer or an excavator. If you have a skid steer and you're doing the same job you're trying to do on a Ventrac, you end up having to kind of clean your way out of the job. What I mean is, you got to fill ruts, which means you got to bring dirt, you got to rake it, you got to, there's a lot of moving parts trying to get out of the job. With a Ventrac, you just finish the job, put some straw and seed down and load it up. I always joke about it, and it's not even a joke anymore because I've seen grown men weep at the after product. It's not a joke. I literally had customers cry at how happy they were because of the runaround they got from a previous contractor who just kind of threw some contracting seed down and left. And then I come in and with my power rake and make it beautiful, and they're very happy with the product.
It's a new construction, just built about 2 years ago. The house is great, really nice. Contractors did a good job inside. It's just the lot outside that needed some work. The erosion's so bad and I got so much water drainage that it's actually washing up utilities. I've actually had a few contractors turn the job down, to be honest, because of that hillside. They were a little worried about it. Those guys wanted to dig into it, put in a retaining wall and everything else. And if they were to do that, then they'd be responsible for it. This right here, I think, is a better way to go. That hillside's gonna be pretty steep though. I'm anxious to see how well it does up there.
Well, the contractor beforehand didn't do, they had to come back multiple times because they didn't do what they said they were gonna do. The seed they used, they didn't put adequate straw down, and you can see up in the top where everything was just eroded away. The guy paid for services to get his yard done the first time around, and this is what he was left with. There's actually a lot of decent dirt here. It just, you can't tell till we power rake it. Yeah, we're gonna start at the top up by that pipe. You can't see because we haven't brush hog yet. We're gonna knock the berm off of that and just make everything. The goal is to ultimately make everything mowable for the homeowner, and that's with a residential mower. You might have to go up and down because it is very steep, but the goal is to make it mowable. So with the power rake, the way I always start is I'll start over on the far left and I'll rake everything right and down on a steep property like this. So I'll start up in that top corner and I'll just back down slowly with the barrel angled to the left, and it just windrows everything to the right. All the bad stuff goes to the bottom, all the topsoil stays, and you end up with what looks like a hand raked yard. Whew. It's steep, but you can see it makes it look better. Kind of even dries out some of these wetter spots. I just keep bringing it back until you get, you got to fill the valley in to make it all uniform as much as you can without bringing heavy equipment in to move a whole bunch of dirt. Try to minimize the cost.
So the real question is, do you enjoy doing this?
Oh yeah, I do. I love it. Yeah, I like doing it. It's fun. I like the machine. I like the after, the finished product. After we get done smoothing everything out, we're gonna put a curtain drain all the way around the property, and the back side or the right side of the property has pretty bad erosion from where the water comes off this hill. We're gonna trench that using a Ventrac trencher and do all the way around down to where it daylights out in the ditch on both sides. I'm gonna put a catch basin in on the other side to catch some runoff, and then seed and straw.
Be able to send us some pictures of that when it's all done?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll send you the afters. Won't be drone footage, but it'll be afters. The only thing I don't like about Ventrac is it's a little sharp when you try to hug it. But, just because if I could cuddle with it, I would. I mean, I love that machine. I joke about that all the time. You joke about it, but at the end of the day, when you, after a long day of avoiding physical labor because of this, basically a 31 horsepower wheelbarrow at times, I mean, it really does, it makes you want to hug it.